notch above, but Summit domination is certainly up there.
You might be right because it's firing range is super wide open,
right.
and Summit is based on a building.
Right,
So,
a lot of it, a little bit more close combat that happens. But B is really exciting, and I think that's really what dictates fun, exciting domination games because of being in the lower computers down there and all that. So
B is really exciting, and if you ever undermine me again. We're going to have some words.
Listen, as long as you keep it PG, it's no problem at all. So we're going to jump on board with Steve Schwint rocking the gold sniper, and let's see what he's able to do here. Steve, he's really a good guy, man. I love Steve Schwint. Well-rounded dude, great sniper. I've had a lot of conversations with him in the past, man, and got nothing but respect and love for him.
Yeah, he's another one of those people that I would add on my list of underrated players like Sam 5000 and NASA and stuff like that. Steve Schwinn is one of those guys, as you can see right there, who does he doesn't play super flashy like a Zerka or a Grizz or something like that, but his shot is just really on point, and he actually is surprisingly effective with a sniper rifle. And he can pick up the B flag with a sniper basically on his own, but it looks like the other team are going to get the double.
No, 2 Bucks was not able to get Seananners as he missed him right there, put hit markers on him, was able to clean up Bendro, but Seananners well played there, gets the kill on 2 Bucks, and is able to cap B there as we're jumping on board with Sharp here, picks up a stun, and to see if he's going to be able to follow up with that. He does just that, taking out EMR, but Bendro coming in with the Galil to take him out as we get kicked over to 2 Bucks, and Bendro picking up a nice 2-piece, knocking 2 of them off the map, as it looks like these guys are only able to hold A right now.
Bendro is another one of those players that I would add to the list of underrated players. It's not that I think that people think he sucks, but I don't think people realize how good he actually is. In fact, I'd like to switch over to Banjo's point of view right now, Fwiz, if you can make that happen.
We shall switch over to Bendro, who's on the other team here, playing on the Black Ops side here. We've got Seananners and now Bendro rocking that gold Galil. Everybody's trying to bring out that flash. Looking down to C, takes out Aaliyah, but Icon Sharp moves in to take out Bendro. Nice shooting by him. Kicking over to Seananners there. Sees somebody in his face. Takes out 2 Bucks and gets taken out by a nice C4 by Steve Schwint.
And right now I can guarantee that Seananners is raging after that C4.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. And you don't see Seananners rage too much, but I think that might have set him off.
Oh, it happens.
It happens to the best of us.
But you know what? It happens to everybody.
It does. I rage a lot.
Man, I almost just swore again. I can't do this.
But hey, good job being mindful, not swearing, catching yourself beforehand.
I can't do this.
It's okay. Keep it out as Seananners over by computer is going to see if he can hold down B here as he's got 2 guys infiltrating C. He's going to backpedal to make sure nobody goes A and gets taken out by 2 Bucks, taking out Nanners as Sharp takes out Respect here, kicking it over onto Bendro and see if he's able to do. He's got 2 on his sights, takes out 2 Bucks, looking around, see if he can pick up the second kill there. Doesn't pick up a stun as he's playing Ring Around the Rosie here and comes up and takes out Sharp. Nice shooting by Bendro to clean it up there on B and hold it down.
That was really patient gameplay, and that's what Bendro's really good at. He's a player that plays with his brain. He doesn't just go on pure instincts, and those are the kind of players that are going to win you games and tournaments like this.
You need them. I mean, I like the blend of aggressive, but you need that. If you have 4 people that are aggressive or you have 4 people that play conservative, that's not a good mix. When you can find that perfect equation of having players that do play smart and tying it in with aggressive, then it throws off the other team. They don't know how to approach each player. You have to see who you're going against to do that. And I agree. Bendro's sitting back here playing smart, playing conservative, make sure he keeps an eye out on B. Got to give him props for that. As 4-play, move around, trying to grab C. Sharp comes down, takes him out, but not in time. He was able to pull that flag off, leaving enough time for Seananners to come down, try to pick up one, and Sharp, nice shooting with the AUG.
That was really smart play by Sharp. He didn't just hop on the flag. He immediately hopped up to that little box and took a look at top war room and let his teammate capture the flag. And that's a sign of a pro player. We do have 2 pro players in here. We got 4-play, who you just see. Actually, you didn't just see him. You saw him in the kill feed. But we got 4-play, who's on Team Envious, and we also have Sharp, who is, I believe, a 2-time national Call of Duty
He is a 2-time national champion. Sharp is a beast on the sticks, and you got nothing but respect for what he's done in his Call of Duty history. And
we got to watch that.
Great asset to have him on the team. Yeah, I got to watch out for that friendly fire. Obviously, it is the MLG domination rules with one exception. We are allowing C4 in this tournament. Again, guys, we're playing for fun. We're playing for charity. Game Dunzo's putting it on. Props to Eric the Aviator for doing it. And all of you guys, I just want to go over a couple things, too, on the stream. I know as we have new viewers come in. One, if you're experiencing lag on the stream, it's just because we're pushing at such a high resolution, and your down speed might not be able to go with what we're pushing up. So in the bottom right, you're going to see where you see 720p and other options. Just lower your option down to something like 360p, which will push less bandwidth for you, and then you won't have that choppy lag. As far as the chat loading up, we've got 18,000, pushing 19,000 viewers in here right now. So be patient. It'll come back on. You'll be able to chat here as soon as that does load up. And just having a couple of those tech issues, as we got a 91-62 lead here for the Team Crazy Banana Killers, and they're going against the Minority Authority as we're on board with Seananners right now.
So, Nanners, we were just talking about Nanners before this tournament even started, me and Diesel, just a minute ago. And what we were saying is that Nanners is, like, unquestionably one of the best slayers.
He's a really good slayer.
In Call of Duty, I think. I honestly do think that Nanners, in terms of 1v1 gun skill, in any kind of situation, cover or no cover, can hang right up there with the big boys like MLG.
Oh, and he does. I mean, we play competitive matches and stuff, and the best thing to do is let him kind of run wild and slay.
It's funny because when he preoccupies himself too much with flags, he doesn't play as well as he normally does. But if he,
Bendro, nice two-piece.
Yeah, Bendro is such a monster. But if you just let Nanners go off his leash, he's not going to make life comfortable for you. He's going to be a pest, and he's basically one of those players that you know you need to watch out for as soon as you spawn.
Yeah,
as soon
absolutely.
as you spawn, you're like, okay, where's Nanners? He's around here somewhere.
It's true, and then we've learned that too. You can't give him too much direction. You just let him do his thing, and he'll slay everybody he can. It's Bendro on a roll right now as he takes out $2. Going to go in and try to grab C here as they just lost C. They control B and C. Looks like we've got other people moving in, and Steve Schwenk comes down with a sniper to take him out, kicking it on board with Nanners. See somebody at the top side there and able to pick him up on kill, and Steve Schwenk as Sharp comes in, taking it out, causing havoc there, and takes out EMR as well to try to control the B here. If they can do this, look at a 3-cap of 4 play, not allowing it to happen as we see him taking it in, but $2, they're not giving up on that, as now B is being compromised. You've got Seananners and Bendro capping A, but they got to get into B, and they don't get in time, as it looks like they were able to pick it up here, but 118 to 95 right now.
This is such a close game. These two teams are very evenly matched. And that says something about Steve Schwenk right there, because if you have a sniper on your team, like you'd assume that would be a clear disadvantage, but obviously that's not the case. There's only a 20-point lead going into game 2, so let's take a look at some of these stats real quick.
Yeah, down to throw him up there, and it looks like 4 play going 16 and 12. Bendro not far behind. Most of his team positive. EMR really struggling to get things going, and on the flip side, it looks like Sharp and $2 were really trying to hold their own here. 122 to 103, so we got a 19-point difference here in the game. Guys, if you're not hip to what's going on, we've got Team Crazy Banana Killers led by Seananners going against Team Minor Authority here. Close game. They're going to play both sides. The total score will determine and dictate the winner of this match. So we're going to launch it up and flip sides and kick this one off again, Hutch.
And it is no surprise that our 2 MLG players that are playing in this game were both at the top of their respective leaderboards. So that's awesome, because in the last year you've kind of seen this melding of competitive players and YouTube personalities, and
sure.
we really started networking with each other and working together. And I really want to give a huge amount of props right now to all our pro players that showed up to play today, because they are kind of separate crowds. They're separate niche crowds.
Yep.
And yeah, so props to them for coming in and cooperating. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you for, I mean, it's great. Again, we were talking about it earlier, but the fact that we cannot be divided as a community. We need to embrace all avenues of it. And this is a perfect example of where we can see YouTube personalities and pro player personalities come in together and put on an event. And the charity right now is at like $7,500 in donations.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a huge accomplishment, and a lot of people should be patting themselves on the back right now.
Anybody that's contributed, that you've sent a message out, that you've told your friend about it, if you're watching, thank you to all the people that are participating and making this such a fun event, from the players to the people donating to people giving the word, everything about it. And $2 jumps down, but I don't think he saw Bendro that was prone on the steps there. Got blocked real bad there. As that's, I believe, 4 down right now. No, we got Aaliyah is up here, and $2 spawns in as well. And right now, they only control C. They're going to have to get something going here on the B side of things, as they got 4 moving in right now to B.
Right now, collectively, between this game and the last game, this team, $2 team, is down about 30 points. So they still have plenty of time. There's 5.5 minutes left in the game, but eventually they are going to have to go for that double cap and get set up and see if they can spawn trap. Because if there's one map in this game that you can spawn trap, it's Summit Side. What they need to do is they need to cap they need to cap B and C, and they need to push up into their A spawn and bully the living
bananas, whatever.
Yes. I can't do it, Quiz.
No, you're doing
I can't
really good,
not
man.
swear.
You're doing really well, man. My mom would be really proud of you. Mama Quiz would appreciate this.
They need to bully the living bananas out of the other team. That's the only way that they're going to be able to they're going to be able to contain them. One way you can contain Seananners is just make sure you can't spawn in. They need to be on the other side, spawn killing the other team.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, it's not looking good for them as they are 3-cap, 4-spawn over the A side here, so they've got to turn it around. They were able to pick up a flag here, down 37-19. We are on board with 2 Bucks, going to try to move in to get to that top side, looking down on B here and see if he can do that into the control panel room. And looking as Aaliyah takes out both Bendro and Nanners, and 2 Bucks takes out 4Play. That's going to be 3 down, 4, but the only person up on the map there is Seananners now, and 2 Bucks takes out EMR, and this is a thrashing here. Good setup. If they can hold this, they're fine. Yeah. I mean, stay focused on B and A and just make sure they can continue to spawn trap them coming in from the C side.
It's preferable to have the B and C setup, but you can still do some damage off spawn if you have them spawning in on the C flag.
Agreed.
It's also important to note that 2 Bucks is traditionally a Halo player. He's not like a campy or anything like that, but he's a very good Halo player. And you can kind of see, like, in his style of play, in a first-person shooter, he jumps around a lot.
He does. Yeah,
you can see that Halo player coming out. And I think
jumping, strafing.
Yeah, you know how I am. Like I
do it too.
I believe that jumping is like one of the most underused tools in Call of Duty. Jumping in the middle of a gunfight makes the difference between winning and losing. I think 70% of the time, and you should really owe it to yourself. Well, I don't know about that nade. He's probably going to nade himself right there.
Yeah, no, that nade was weak sauce.
Yeah.
Could have done something. Yeah, could have done something. It was close enough there.
Sometimes I'm wrong. Yeah. That time I was totally wrong. Sharp, you're an MLG pro, and I doubted it.
And Sharp takes out 4Play, but 4Play comes in with a nade to take him out there. They got to get back controlling B here. On board with 2 Bucks, jumps in, takes out EMR. Nice shooting with a headshot there, looking down on the B flag there. Sees Bendro, takes him out. Nice shooting again with that Galil. He's on fire. Now they got to get set up as we got somebody on B. He's moving in. They're going for that 3-cap here, and it looks like he's going to do it, but EMR comes in, takes him out. Nice shooting. Sharp's on it right now, and he's on it with somebody else. They're going to cap it quickly. They get the flag there, so now again they're controlling that B side here, and A as Bendro comes in to take out Sharp. A little too late, but now with him taking out Steve Schwint as well, I got to jump on board with this man.
It's about a 35-point game right now, so it's still close, but they are approaching the 2-minute mark, and now's got to be the time. Now's got to be the time that they push up and cap this second flag. Because if they don't, they're going to lose again.
Yeah.
And right now it looks like it looks like Nanners' team has them spawning in on the A flag, which is the last thing that they want right now, because it's going to be so much easier to kill these guys off the spawn. If I had to predict, I'd say this one's in the books, and Nanners' team is going to take it home.
Yeah, I mean, I never like calling games too early. It was something like when early on when I casted, I did, and then when you see a team like come back, you feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
But it's still they're still able to come back, but the way that they're playing right now makes it seem like I think that you very well. I don't think it's crazy to say that the book might be closed on this match.
They're letting themselves get bullied, and Nanners is just so notoriously good at bullying.
Let's look at stats here. We got Nanners is having a rough round, going 7-7, not usual for his slaying abilities.
No, but he still has 3 captures and 2 defense.
Yeah, but come on, Bendro's definitely Mr. VIP right now. VIP MVP, 16-6, 4 caps, 2 deaths.
Steve Schwint at the top of the leaderboard on the other team using a sniper.
Yeah, gotta love that. Steve Schwint's a beast with the snipes here. And Bendro, that conservative approach, has really been the game changer. Although he's sat back here and held computers back, he's done such a point of defending B that it really is largely part of why they have this dominating lead on the over the other team.
It's actually kind of uncanny how similar Bendro and Seananners play this game. If you watch, Bendro is he's like a slightly more aggressive Nanners. And I mean, if you look at just kill death ratios,
you think Bendro's more aggressive than Nanners?
I think he is.
I think he's way more conservative.
Well, no, Bendro's a patient guy, and they're both that's the biggest attribute, is that they're both extremely patient, and they make smart decisions.
Smart moves always. Yeah.
It's not that their gunshots are always on point, which with these 2 players consequently they are always on point. They have really good shots, but they play really smart. But Bendro is just a little bit more active, and I think that's because he's used to playing games like Domination. Nanners is a pure TDM player who will hop in on domination and do work, but he you know.
Yeah, no, you gotta let him just slay.
Is TDM.
Yeah, I think that's, and maybe that's, I agree with all that, because I think Bendro, since he is a Dom player, he knows where he needs to be, when to be there. And again, picks up a two-piece, man. I'm going to two this guy's horn the entire day here if he keeps up this work, playing smart, plays aggressive when he needs to, and then drops back to that conservative role on computers to make sure B held down. See somebody in his sights, and that's one is going to be EMR that picks up the kill there. But as he's picking him out, coming in there, stun, picks up a kill on Sharp. Foreplay falls down on Steve Schwinn, and that is going to be a wrap. Props to the Team Crazy Banana Killers of Seananners, Bendro, Foreplay, and EMR.
Winning by a margin of around 70 to 80 points.
Yeah,
a decent win right there. The other team kind of crumbled a little bit during the second game, but that's what determines which teams. Like you and me have experienced this so many times live streaming game battles. We reach that point where we should stop playing because you just get so fatigued.